everyone, thanks so much for clicking on my video. I'm a YouTuber who shares the best spots, culture and food you need to try when you visit Korea. If you're curious about Korea, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. This is actually my very first video, and today I'll be showing you one of the main filming locations from K-pop Demon Hunters in Seoul. First stop, Bukchon Hanok village. This is where Lumi and Jinwoo go on their very first date. The word Bukchon literally means northern village, and in the Joseon dynasty, it was home to royals, nobles, and high-ranking officials. The beautiful Hanok houses here are so different from the tall skyscrapers you usually see in Seoul. It feels like stepping into the past. At the entrance, you'll find lots of shops selling traditional souvenirs, and you can even rent hanbok, which are Korean traditional clothes. Originally, Hanok houses had open courtyards, but these days many have been remodeled with higher walls and gates for safety and privacy, since people still live here. Bukchon is actually built on a hill. To the north you'll find Bukchon Mountain, so the village sits on higher ground. Walking up can be a bit tiring, but the views are so worth it. From here you can spot landmarks like Naksan Tower and get amazing shots of Seoul. It's especially popular with tourists because you can take photos wearing hanbok with the city as your backdrop, or simply use the Hanok houses themselves as the perfect "yes, I was in Seoul" proof shot. One important tip though, since people actually live here, visiting hours are limited to 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. and while walking around, it's super important to stay quiet so you don't disturb the residents. The second spot where Lumi and Jinwoo go on a date is Naksan Park. It's always been a well-known place, but thanks to K-pop Demon Hunters, it's become super popular among international visitors lately. Naksan Park is located near Haewa Station, in an area called Daehangno. This neighbourhood is full of small theatres and cosy restaurants, so honestly, even if you don't visit the park, it's still worth exploring. If you walk past the lively streets filled with young people and head uphill, you'll easily find the path to Naksan Park. Just like Bukchon Hanok village, it's pretty high up. You can take the steep stairs for a quick climb, or choose the gentler slope for a slower walk. During the day, it's usually not too crowded. On the right side of the path, there's a wide open plaza, and on the left you'll see a long stretch of the Seoul Fortress Wall. This wall was originally built to protect the city from invaders and stretches for about 18 kilometres. If you follow the trail along the wall, you'll get to enjoy sweeping panoramic views of Seoul. But the real highlight of Naksan Park is the night view. Around sunset, people start to gather because the view of Seoul at night is just breathtaking. The lights turn on at just the right time, so you'll see lots of people snapping photos along the fortress wall. The golden glow of the lights makes every picture look magical. Here's a tip. When you take a photo, try to include both the city lights and part of the fortress wall. It makes the shot even more stunning. And if you keep walking, you can enjoy a relaxing stroll with Seoul's nightscape in the background, just like at Bukchon. The third location is Myeongdong, which got even more buzz thanks to Saja Boys and their song Soda Pop. Myeongdong is known as the ultimate shopping paradise in Seoul. Honestly, you can find almost every type of Korean souvenir here. It's super easy to reach since Myeongdong Station on Line 4 is right in front of the shopping street. The name Myeongdong actually means bright city, and it truly lives up to that name. Many of the shops keep their lights on 24 hours a day, so the whole area feels full of energy. If you visit, make sure to stop by Myeongdong Kyoja, one of the most famous and delicious restaurants in Korea. But just like in the movie, the real fun here is the street food. From sweet snacks to unique Korean specialties, you'll find endless things to try. Every time I come back, I discover new foods I've never seen before. In the evening, it gets super crowded, but between shopping and snacking, time just flies by. Don't worry if you don't speak Korean. Since there are so many international visitors, most shops can serve you in other languages too. This is also where Saja Boys once performed, though when I visited they weren't on stage. Instead, there were smaller live performances happening nearby. Just around the corner you'll find Myeongdong Cathedral, completed in 1898. It's known as the first brick-built church in Korea, and on Sundays you'll see many people attending Mass there. Because the cathedral and the shopping district are so close together, Myeongdong gets especially packed during Christmas season. It's so crowded that locals joke, "You don't walk in Myeongdong, you get pushed along by the crowd." Funny, right? The fourth spot is Cheongdam Bridge, where we saw the amazing action scene from Hunt Tricks. Of course, you can't really walk on top of a running subway train like in the movie, but don't worry, I'll show you the perfect place to enjoy this view instead. That place is Ttukseom Hangang Park, located right in front of Gyeongbokgung Station. You've probably seen this scenery a lot in Korean movies too. This park sits right next to the Han River and is a popular spot for locals to spend a relaxing weekend afternoon. One reason people love it is because it's one of the few places in Seoul where you can bring a mat, sit down, and enjoy the breeze. Since Seoul is so packed with buildings, open spots like this are precious. The park is also filled with joggers, cyclists, and people just chilling along its beautiful paths. On weekdays, it's not crowded at all, making it a great spot for photography. It's wonderful during the day, but it's even better at night. Right there, you can see Cheongdam Bridge. The bridge is unique because cars run on the upper level while subways cross below. At night, it lights up beautifully, making the night view unforgettable. Korea gets really hot in summer, but once autumn arrives, the weather is perfect for outdoor events. Recently, they even held a drone show here. Seoul is such a lively city, right? Thanks to the huge popularity of K-pop demon hunters, events with similar concepts are now happening here. Honestly, I came just to film, but I had so much fun simply watching the show. The fifth spot is Naksan Tower. In the movie, it appears as the place where everyone gathers at the end, but in reality, there isn't a performance venue there. The actual venue that inspired the scene is Jamsil Sports Complex, which hosts many K-pop concerts. The animated setting just added a bit of fantasy, but the scene still looks super cool. Namsan Tower is built on Namsan, a mountain right in the heart of Seoul. It's one of the city's most iconic landmarks. You can hike up to it, take the cable car, or even ride a bus if you're coming from far away. Since the mountain is relatively low, many people just walk for light exercise. The best thing about Namsan Tower is the amazing view of Seoul at night. If I had to pick just one place for a Seoul night view, this would be it. You can go up to the observatory at the top or just enjoy it from the park. There are lots of photo spots, souvenir shops, and small attractions like caricature artists. If you're visiting as a couple, don't forget to try the love locks. This is a unique Namsan Tower tradition. Legend has it that if you leave a lock here, your love will last forever. Of course, believe it or not, it's still a fun experience. We've covered the 5 main hotspots so far, but I'll quickly introduce a couple more. The place where Saja boys shout, "Come here," in the movie is near Samsung Station, close to the COEX area, which hosts lots of exhibitions. There's a famous 3D digital billboard there. Even though it's technically an ad board, some of the videos look more like media art, so it's definitely worth checking out at least once. The traditional Korean medicine clinic that appears in the movie is a place where practitioners use healthy ingredients to make remedies or perform acupuncture to treat various conditions. Sounds a bit unusual, right? In the movie, it's shown in a funny, exaggerated way, but Korean traditional medicine does have scientific aspects. The clinic in the movie isn't real, but you can try similar experiences at the Seoul Hanbang, traditional Korean medicine promotion center. You can enjoy things like foot baths, herbal massages, and even traditional clothing experiences. If you feel a bit worn out like Lumi, I'd recommend stopping by a nearby clinic to get some herbal remedies. Totally worth it if you have the time. And finally, if I had to recommend just one must-visit place, it's Gyeongbokgung Palace. Even though it's right in the heart of Seoul, this palace was built way back in 1395, making it a really historic site. The palace is very well preserved, so if you want to see what old Seoul looked like, you should definitely go. If you wear hanbok, traditional Korean clothing, entry is free. This is also where the flashback scenes of Jinwoo appear in the movie. Gyeongbokgung is especially beautiful in spring when the cherry blossoms bloom and during special nighttime openings in spring and fall. I'll be posting a video just about Gyeongbokgung soon, so make sure to subscribe. Thanks so much for watching until the end. I'll continue to show you amazing spots, not only in Seoul but all across Korea. See you in the next video.